And we hot. What up, country man?
What up, man?
Finally caught up with you, man, so we can do this thing, man. So, I'm gonna say you wanted to do something about buffoonery.
Ain't
Let's
nothing like,
let's talk about that as soon as you introduce yourself. Who we talking to?
first of all, talking to none other than Country Kane, one of the hood professors, street kings of Linwood in Detroit City. I say that because being a street king, you have to require a lot of knowledge and wisdom and patience and understanding and other people guidance from other people's experiences, not just your own. And on the journey of life, when you require this knowledge, you have to put back. So even though you out here in the streets weathering storms, you have to stay close to your moral compass, being your family structure, where you came from, and how you was brought up.
Now, country, I've been knowing you for a while, man. We didn't been to the school of light together. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know at the time when I met you, you was part of the family and shit. And tell me a little bit about that journey and shit, me and you.
Oh man, it was amazing. It was amazing. Man, I can say when I walked the yard with you, I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot. And honestly, I never thought I'd see you out here in these streets. Cause the motherfucker you was fighting that you gave back, you wasn't supposed to be out here. So you walked the yard like one of the old wise guys in the prison.
Damn right.
So
Damn right.
you know that I looked up to that. So therefore, it made our life in the penitentiary a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Because at that particular time, I was on a quest for knowledge, of understanding of myself, uh, spiritual knowledge, mental knowledge. I was on a quest for a lot of things back then. So being in that cage, it humbled me a lot to analyze other people's wisdom and understanding. So through that, you know, by where we was at and what we was under, I ain't think, you know, too many people was coming home. So when I got out here and saw you out here, and it was basically the same energy, the same spirit, you know what I'm saying? But more freedom, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't too many of us that's conscious hustlers out here. So, with that being said, great minds think alike. You know how we politic. We keep running across each other, but we don't hang around fools. I see you still by yourself.
You damn right. Shit. All right. When you say you learned a lot in the penitentiary, quest for knowledge in the penitentiary, you still came back out and did some of the same shit.
I went right back in. I went right back in. My excitement for freedom. Man, I just now harnessed excitement coming home that not a lot of brothers know that they got, or that they want to contain. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sexual harness. Being free, and each time I went back in, I was missing sex with women, and my appetite grew stronger and stronger. So, with then me coming home, I can handle a lot of women. And foolishly, I was dealing with a lot of women and made a lot of other children. And foolishly, I kept the extended parenthood on. You know what I'm saying? And it costs money, it costs time, it costs energy. And if you don't suppress, you know, that type of emotion that you study spreading out here, man, I had to learn this from a female. You actually spirit jumping from relationship to relationship, dealing with another woman, another personality, another attitude. You know what I'm saying? You getting intertwined into something that ain't you. You making a whole nother life outside of your other significant other. That's if you in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about that before, you know what I'm saying? When you say spirit jumping, you know what I'm saying? When you have sex with somebody, man, them souls intertwining, you know what I'm saying? And them spirits will come out of us.
Right.
You know, we the spirit holders, they the gatekeepers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So every time you bust a nut, you got 350 million, something like that, sperms. All them little sperms is spirits trying to get back here to the soul plane, to the earthly plane, to do whatever, or to learn again. Some of them, you know, like what's her name? White girl used to sing with Rick James, Tina Marie. She said, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad I'm not coming back here no more.
Right.
Remember that?
Right.
Because she understood the mission of being here, you know what I'm saying? And
most women do. It's their nature.
Exactly, it got to be their nature. If they don't do it, if they don't teach us, they are the teachers. They are the preachers. They are the ones that teach man and woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man came from woman, actually. If man ain't no man came from no man.
No, he didn't. But they equal. Both of them can teach man and woman. But both of them equal.
Okay, we got off the subject a little bit. That's cool. That's good knowledge, though. You know what I'm saying, for people to hear, especially coming from you. You know, it ain't come from me. That was your idea. I just piggybacked on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the buffoonery.
Right.
That's the name of this. That's the name of this program. This episode 1
goes intertwined. Because it starts out sexual, and you don't understand by you having the relationship. This is some of the buffoonery, because if you have a child by the woman, you teaching that child that same ignorance. That same ignorance. And here it is, you're supposed to be building and growing and learning and sharing with this woman, and you not. Because you know you truly belong to some other. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a choice?
Yeah, it's all by choice. It's all by choice. Some by conscious choice and some by unconscious choice. But it's a choice.
Well, okay, coming from me, you know what I'm saying? Everything, just about everything is learned behavior.
Right, it is.
And growing up, I learned family values. You know what I'm saying? And them family values kind of gave me, it ain't kind of gave me nothing. It gave me direction. It gave me something to look forward to in life. You know what I'm saying? And you come from a good family. We talked about that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember you saying, you know what? I came from a good ass family.
Right.
And I don't know how I got to this point where I was at. It was my choice to go the other way when my sisters and them is lawyers and got good jobs, good houses and shit. And you said something about you was the only one that went to the left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You think you was a disappointed to your family, to your mother, to your brothers?
In such a way.
Let's talk about that.
With my negativity. But see, all of that go hand in hand. You know how your family structured you is how you gonna be towards society. You know, and that's gonna fuel most of your anger and animosity towards society, because it's coming from the level of your family structure, whether it was poverty or whether it was the luxurious life. But however it go, you know, you a part and portion of that family tree. So the fruit don't fall far from that tree.
That's what they say.
You know, so that's how that's gonna go. Excuse me. Hello? Hello? Yeah. I'm at the metro. I'm at the metro.
Okay, with that, we also talked about how you contribute to the generation that's out here right now to the things that they doing.
A lot of minor and adolescent delinquency, and and actually, you know, a lot of OGs groomed a lot of killers. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of hip hop groomed a lot of killers. Prisons got rich off us.
Oh, no doubt, Michael
Listening
Jordan.
to right,
Michael Jordan was one of them.
right, got rich off us. Listening to hip hop and us killing one another, sending ourselves to prison. You know, and that's what we trying to get at, the recidivism rate, and how the government play a part in instigating and manipulating the minority in urban communities' life. And then after they instigated and manipulated, it's kind of hard for us to get out the street trap versus the child support trap versus the welfare trap versus the education trap versus a lot of traps out here. You know, right now, I gotta go shake a leg and take care of some business to get me some ends meet because Christmas coming. Everybody gotta make something. Hopefully I get something by messing around with you and this here.
How would you contribute to making a change to the buffoonery? I know we said we was gonna start here by having a conversation.
See, it's my belief that we need education centers and resource centers and command posts, just like we have now. But since they going with computer technology, we going with computer technology.
And
now
books.
we want to house all rehabilitation for all addiction. I'm not talking about, see, they look at most of us and talk about drug addiction or sex addiction. But we got addiction of domestic violence, brother. We got an addiction of keep teaching our kids this ignorant ass shit like it's acceptable.
We got an addiction of disrespect.
Yeah. Look, we living in the days of children of the corn now where our kids don't disrespect you. You gotta shoot it. You gotta have a shootout with your kid to get some respect, man.
That's crazy. That's reality.
Yeah. That's because your government done gave up all them damn guns. Knowing that you done manufactured all them guns and they were gonna get stolen out here in these streets. Just like you selling this crack out here. You accusing me of selling all this crack. The crack is selling more crack than I am.
Not only that, I called you one time and you said, man, you know they got a book, a child handbook.
Yeah.
And you said your son said, I ain't gotta go to bed because the child handbook says a Friday,
right,
and I ain't gotta go to bed till Sunday 9 o'clock.
Right.
And I didn't believe what you were saying.
Okay.
Because that was kind of over the hill on me listening to something like that.
Okay, how the child know if he a good child or a bad child?
He don't.
He don't. But he gonna experience all of it because he gonna make mistakes.
He got
to. He gonna
to
fall.
Yeah.
Right? So therefore he gonna have a chance to be mischief and have to be redirected and have to be punished for the deeds that he done did. So therefore, a kid, it's with 70 movies that I put together in my mind for therapy, for my purposes, dealing with kids and how to be an adolescent and the things I learned as a child. So it's a kid code handbook. When you're parenting, the kid gotta know the do's and don'ts in the household. So one day I was in the shower and I heard some funny noises in the house. And I went to yelling to my 14-year-old. And I got a 14-year-old and a 7-year-old in the house. And the 14-year-old is normally in trouble. But the 7-year-old normally is one that ain't in trouble, trying to keep him out of trouble, but don't want to get in it. So I heard the noises in the house, so I yelled to the 14-year-old, "Hey, dun dun, what's going on down there?" He said, "What?" So I mean, you talking so aggressive to me. You know, I jumped out the shower. "Why who you talking to?" Ran downstairs with my shower towel on and everything, and I get down there and I kicked the bathroom door open. He said, "I'm talking to you." I said, "Boy, who you talking to?" I'm finna pop him upside his head and get on him. He say, "Hold on, Dad, can't do that." Kid Code Handbook say the only time I can yell back at my parents is when my parents is yelling at me without knowledge of knowing that I am where I'm supposed to be on the shitter. I couldn't do nothing and laugh because I done taught my son where he can think at best is to relieve himself. And just because I was scared because I heard some noise in the house and he normally getting in trouble, I'm panicking. You know what I'm saying? So if they was gave the rules beforehand and explained and taught what's going on, they most likely not to make the mistakes that we made. Like, you know, my father was coaching me doing the mistakes with that ass whooping, with that lightning coat. He was coaching me every time. I ain't understand it until this knucklehead here started doing the same damn thing I was doing. And I'm telling myself, boy, you ain't got to go through this. You ain't got to go through this. But he won't listen. He would not listen for nothing in the world. And I got a few more that wouldn't listen, who take the same penitentiary trip that I did. So now I'm looking at this shit like a Kid Code Handbook gotta go down. And certainly, a parent code handbook. Because the folks I chose, the women I chose to have kids by, Lord, you're gonna take the Lord and the devil.
So you ain't got no fault in that?
I got all the fault. I got all the fault.
Yeah,
For having illegitimate sex and having illegitimate babies. The bastardation is real. The parasite syndrome is real. This mental awareness is real. Man, it's my belief that we all suffering from some trauma, a drama, generational curse of mymentalhealth.com. You can Google it. And then you just think about the words I just told you. Trauma and drama of my generational mentalhealth.com. My generation, dealing with my folks, my family structure, my moral compass. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of more people out here way more fucked up than I am.
Oh yeah, it's not a perfect being on this earth.
Yeah.
And if a person tell you that they ain't going through something or they ain't fucked up, then
But I'm saying,
get away from that motherfucker, right? Get away from, because we all going through something.
right,
And,
but you don't
and
have
like,
too many humble, meek servants of God to build with another brother and try to come up with an understanding other than a violent word or a violent act. This is what this whole thing is about, so I can show y'all the buffoonery in our own people. Because now, I just wake up and just say, look at this shit right here. What y'all gonna do for the next 4 years? Because with Trump in there, you just gonna say, look at this shit here.
but you know what? I'm a scratch that, because way before Trump came here, we've been totally against each other as a people. We've been totally against each other. Niggas don't like to congratulate niggas.
Yeah.
Niggas like to put niggas in the grave.
Right.
Men congratulate men.
Right.
Not all men now, because you have some men out here that's straight up cold men, but they envy you because of what you do, because they can't do it. And all they envying is your character. See, country, you got a beautiful character. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You got a beautiful character. Even though you out in the streets hustling, making your motherfucking money, remember I said purpose.
Right.
You got a purpose for being out here. hustling. You just ain't out here hustling to make no motherfucking money, to get to no hoes, to go no strip club, to get drunk. You know what I'm saying? To show off in front of other niggas or other men that don't like you. Your character is genuine. You gotta watch that, because somebody will kill you for your character.
Yeah.
Seriously. I done seen a lot of brothers get killed, not because they did nothing, all because he liked to dress. He's humble to people. He got a beautiful character. Even now, that's why you always see me by my motherfucking self. Because I dare not get took out like that. If I die country, it's gonna be car accident, old age, something like that. But it'll never be somebody taking me out.
Spirit ain't gonna let it. As long as you keep rolling around, you keep us brothers rolling around like this, Spirit ain't gonna let it.
Spirit ain't gonna let it.
You know what? I was raised up proud to being poor. So that's what I think we miss.
Poor?
Yeah.
You ain't never been poor.
I'm rich in intellect and a lot of other things.
I dispute that word poor, because when you think poor money, you think poor thoughts.
Right. I like that.
Because you ain't never been, I ain't never had a conversation with you and it was a poor conversation.
Yeah.
It's always been rich.
It's always been uplifting.
Rich.
Right. But what I'm trying to say is, when I was young,
you didn't have.
I was raised and I didn't have. It enriched my heart. Because they made do, and they made do lavishly like we had.
Exactly.
And it was plentiful, and it was heartfelt, and it was done from the heart. So out here nowadays, seeing that the times that change, you know, the evil is up on us so bad that it's just treacherous. You just gotta look things back.
I'm gonna say this, piggybacking off of that, and I say this because I walk with a lot of guys that got money and rich. I ain't got money like them. They actually rich. You know what I'm saying? They in the millions marks, and ain't near one of them. I can probably pick one or two out of that bunch as rich as me and you. They got poor thoughts because they think with their money. Look at P. Diddy. About to do some time because he was greedy for the money. He ain't about to do no time for nothing else but greed.
Yeah.
See, it's guys like him that can't do the things me and you can do, and they wish they can do the things they can do that like us. Like Big Meech. Big Meech is a rich guy. He took care of his neighborhood, man. He took care of people. You ain't heard near nigga nor near man talk down on that man. Bad about him. But the ones that was weak, and I had the pleasure of meeting a few weak ones that was in his crew. Them wasn't men at all. They was just in it for the money. And I don't even know Meech, but his character speak for itself. His character was rich before the money.
Well, you know, a judgmental mechanism comes in all sides of all of us. We have to be judgmental so I can get along with my life, so I can know what not to do. I've never met none of the great millionaires, and you got to be good to come from nothing to get you some darn money. To me, I don't care what nobody say. But I say that to say this. They hated on Jesus. They hated on every prophet. They hated on everybody that come through. So in every family you're gonna have some Judases, and everybody that's ever known to be somebody who ain't nobody. Somebody done lied on.
So y'all look, this my boy Country King, man. We about to start talking more about things that we need to do. This episode, like the next episode, is called Buffoonery.
Lifestyle of buffoonery.
Lifestyle of buffoonery. And it's coming from Country King. And it ain't nothing scripted in this. This shit is real. This is actually street life. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I'm at because I don't want y'all following me. But this is street life. And I hope y'all enjoyed this episode right here. We gonna shut it down. It's your boy Rodney Taste coming for you. Y'all gonna see more of Country Kane because I got to get him in the studio so we can sit there and have some grown folks talk, grown men
No
talk.
politics.
You know what I'm
No
saying? Because
politics.
I don't look at this brother right here, man, as no nigga or no Negroid. This brother, man, do a lot for his community. And see, people get it fucked up when you say community, it ain't gotta be the hood. It can be the people that you around. That's your community. You uplift them, you know what I'm saying? And you do what you need to do to see your people survive and strive. Country said something real strong to me one day. He said, man, I'm out here in the motherfucking streets, man, hustling to take care of my family. I got children at home. Then I got people that depend on me. If I fall, then they fall. That was real deep. That's why I said you ain't poor. You ain't got it. That's all that is. And we talking about money. Ain't none of us got money like that. Guess what? If we had money, we'd have more motherfucking problems and more people at us, and we have a bigger community.
I always tell my people, I'm glad I ain't got it. These low down jokers will kill me to get it, man.
We ain't gonna let that happen.
No, I'm gonna give him something else. I'm gonna give him some fruit, man.
So what's your last words, man, until we meet again?
Man, stay off the buffoonery, man.
Stay off the
ignorant
buffoonery.
stuff, man. Get conscious. Get total conscious. You need conscious people out here.
All right, so our next episode, man, we gonna be talking to these younger guys, man. Signing out, it's your boy Rodney Taste.
All right now.
I'll let y'all in a minute.